Shawn Porter defeats Erick via 5th round KO. This wasn't really a new Shawn Porter. This was more of the old Shawn Porter, because anyone who's actually followed Shawn Porter's career from the early days will know that Porter wasn't this poor man's Mike Tyson that we saw in the Malignaggi fight and in the Kell Brook fight early on in his career. He was actually more of a boxer puncher who would use his legs a lot. If you look at the Diaz fights, for example, he'd use his legs a lot. He'd move around the ring, in and out. More of a boxer puncher, wasn't really trying to imitate Tyson as much as he did, as I say, in those fights with Kell Brook and Paulie Malignaggi. So it was a return to the old Porter. And I don't know. I mean, I've never been overly impressed with Shawn Porter, I'll be honest. He's a good fighter. His biggest strengths are his quick feet, his terrific physical strength, because Porter is immensely strong physically, and his energy. The guy's got terrific energy. Those are his strengths. But in terms of boxing skills, his boxing skills are okay. They're nothing to write home about. In terms of his speed, again, his speed is decent. His hand speed is okay, but it's nothing special. His foot speed is above average, though. It's decent. And his punching power, he's got decent power, but he really has to load up and crank his shots like pretty much no other welterweight to be able to generate that power. He really has to load up and crank the shots, and they're very wide looping kind of shots. I mean, people say that Keith Thurman doesn't throw straight, but Keith Thurman don't loop or crank his shots as much as Shawn Porter, not even close, right? So Shawn Porter does have some decent power there, but he really has to load up and crank the shots, and that obviously leaves him susceptible to straight shots, as we saw in the Kell Brook fight. So Shawn Porter, the usual Shawn Porter, he did his job, I guess, against a late substitute in Erick, and you can't really fault him for that, because it's always difficult fighting a late substitute. I was hoping it was going to be Kareem Mayfield rather than Erick, but it is what it is, because Kareem Mayfield would have been a tougher test. But nonetheless, Erick, yeah, he did his job. He closed him down when he needed to. He boxed when he needed to, and he eventually got the knockout, landed some good body shots in there, and did his thing. After the fight, in the interviews, he said that the Shawn Porter who defeated Bonnet would beat Kell Brook. Apparently that loss has really upset him, and he has his mind intent on revenge. Now, I don't think that the loss to Brook was completely irreversible. It's not like it was total domination by Brook. It was a rough fight for Brook. I thought Brook won by, you know, a few points on the scorecards, but it wasn't the kind of fight where you look at it and say there's nothing that Shawn Porter could possibly do to make a rematch closer or to win a rematch. No, I think there is. There is some adjustments Shawn Porter could maybe make to win a rematch. I'd still make Kell Brook the favorite, especially because if there is a rematch, it's likely going to be in the UK. And not only that, but Kell Brook is going to have even more confidence, given the fact that he beat Shawn Porter the first time in his own backyard. So he's going to have the home advantage of having the crowd, and that how that can influence the judges in his favor. And he didn't have that last time, and he still managed to come out with a victory. So yeah, I definitely make Kell Brook the favorite, and not just because of, you know, biased judging, just because of what I saw in the first fight, his ability to throw straight shots, to stay calm in the pocket, to pick Porter off. But next time around, if they do have a rematch, Porter is going to be more measured, and he is going to be more like he was in this fight here with Erick. Whether that's going to be good enough to beat Kell Brook, we shall see. We shall see if that fight takes place. Kell Brook's obviously got his own mandatory challenge to take care of against Jojo Dan, and then we'll see what happens after that. But drop your comments below. Let me know what you felt about Shawn Porter's performance. Were you impressed? Are you someone who hasn't seen this Shawn Porter before? Maybe you only caught on to Shawn Porter, you know, during the Malignaggi fight and the Brook fight and whatnot. So maybe you hadn't seen him move around and use his legs like he did in this fight. But drop your comments below. Let me know how you felt about this fight and where you see Shawn Porter's career going forward. How you feel a rematch with Kell Brook would go, or how you see Shawn Porter matching up against any of the other top welterweights in the division. Let me know in the comment section below. It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.